and welcome to a look at the full moon in Ashwini Nakshatra for the 16th of October 2016. The exactitude of the full moon will take place at 5:23 a.m. UK time. If you want to find out where that is, or I should say when that is in your particular time zone, please just look that up online. If you're in the States, this full moon may actually take place on the 15th, I should say. I don't know about you, but I don't like having to make quick decisions all the time. I like to be able to think things over, sort things through, really feel the situation out. And there's a particular tone with this full moon that suggests the feeling, and I want to say feeling, that you have to have a quick answer to something. And you're not really sure fully what to do because you feel a need to ponder the process, see where your heart really is with the situation from several different angles. And I know that that sounds a little bit odd, but we're just coming out of a period by the time the moon is full where Venus will have been transiting Vishaka Nakshatra. And Vishaka has the tendency to make us want to, try several different things. So you'll be looking at this situation from a few different angles, more than likely. But like I said, it's a feeling. It's a feeling that you have to do this fast. And part of that feeling is there because of dealing with struggle, the potential of having coped with some elevated, levels of stress, so to speak. And as you do that, that is tending to heighten if you let it, I should say. And it's tending to inflate if you let it. But you do have the propensity to pay attention to what is going on with that and to observe the fact that you might be getting riled up about something that it may not be necessary to get riled up about. Now, with this particular full moon, there are angles that it will be making to Mars, the Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter. Let's start with Mars. Mars is in Purva Ashadha Nakshatra. And with Purva Ashadha, the process, especially if we've got some decent support from Venus, which we do in this particular instance, the process is one of being honest with yourself, looking in truth at where your heart lies in regards to a situation, in contrast to what you feel you might need to do or need to project in order to please another individual or another group of individuals even. This is about being pure and honest with yourself. And this Ashwini moon, as Ashwini has a very deep level of wanting to be driven by a sense of dharma. There is definitely that added to this particular full moon, and kind of bolstering that and making that even stronger is the fact that you've got the Sun and Mercury in Chitra Nakshatra, which is ruled by Mars. And of course, we have Mars in Purva Ashadha. So there's some deep connection that's going on between those planets. And as this is happening, it's important to identify where your heart is. And that's very much a process that tends to happen with Chitra Nakshatra. The idea with Chitra Nakshatra is to want to do something meaningful, to have one's efforts actually prove fruitful, and to have one's efforts be connected with the law of truth, which dwells within each of our hearts, which is, of course, connected to the greater truth, of which we only each have one minute amount. So what do I mean by that? Well, there is your truth. Then there is another person's truth. And then there is another person's truth. And sometimes our truth comes into conflict with another individual's truth. And that individual's truth may come into conflict with another individual's truth. Overall, it's just the working out of karma between each of us. And sometimes our position is to walk our path, even if it might create a little bit of friction with another individual. because they're meant to learn from our interaction with them. Overseeing all of that is this great cosmic drama that we're all playing a role in. We're all influencing each other, helping each other to learn where our hearts truly lie. And sometimes we learn that process through disagreeing with another individual. And it's important with this process, even if there is some inner turmoil involved, that you honor your own sense of ethics, that you honor what feels right and true in your heart. But some of the energy actually suggests that as that happens, there may be this hint, this slight hint of fear inside of you that is saying, you know what? I hope I'm not chasing rainbows here. I hope I'm not pursuing something that I think is where my heart is, only to find out later that I wish I would have made this decision instead. And it's hard to know fully where that is going to take you. It is hard to know where that is fully going to take you, whether you're going to be happy with that decision or whether you might wish that you would have made a different decision. Even if you look at the astrology connected to the moment, it doesn't take away from the fact that you may, in this moment, have to act. What do I mean by that? So let's say, for instance, you have something inside of you that's saying, okay, I must take this step because it's in alignment with my heart. And then further down the road, you come to this understanding that, gee, I wish I wouldn't have done that. And then further on down the road, you come to this understanding of going, yeah, I did that. It might have seemed like a mistake at the time, but at least I honored my ethics. So really, on a certain level, Dharma is always ever evolving and ever changing. And perhaps that is why you are confused in the moment. But in the moment, you have to pay attention to the moment. And in the moment right now, you have the capacity to apply good judgment to the situation that you're dealing with, even though you may feel like you have to act quickly and that if you act quickly, you're going to make a mistake. You have the propensity for good judgment. How do you find that judgment? Beneath all the conflict, beneath all the turmoil that you might be facing, there is the truth that lies in here, the truth that lies in your heart. You have to tune into that. That may be changing, that may be altering. It might be hard to know where that really is, but by the time the full moon comes, you should be able to have a deeper sense and a deeper understanding of what you need to do, how you need to act. And the how you need to act is most definitely connected to what feels right, true, and honest to what's in here. So if you would like to book a consultation with me, I do want to mention that I do offer a vast range of astrological services, which are linked at the bottom of this particular video and equally further down the page. If you click on that link, that's going to take you to my astrological services page where you can book the astrological service of your choice. That's going to do it for a look at this full moon for the 16th of October, 2016. Until next time, my friends, please do take the very, very best care of yourself and of your heart. Bye now.